service vehicle cameras. And he promised that the JCF will soon be equipped with a wide range of surveillance technology, including body-worn and service vehicle cameras.
It is the policy of the government to fully deploy camera systems for the police force. The systems involve closed-circuit television coverage connected to command and control centers right across the island. We are investing in a C5 type center. We are building out Jamaica Eye. We have some capabilities, but very limited, with putting cameras in patrol cars. That is being spec'd and worked on as we speak. We will see that being rolled out. And then there are the body-worn cameras. We have about 1,000 in deployment, and we have another 1,000 in procurement, and we are working on another 1,000 to come.
The Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, obviously responding to the ongoing debate, yes, and lobby by several civil society groups, along with the independent commissions of investigation, that there is urgent need for a wider deployment of body-worn cameras to really improve accountability, yes, and transparency in police-citizen encounters where there is value. Yeah, those body-worn cameras can vindicate the action of the police, or, according to the evidence captured in the cameras, can really say, no, they're wrong, and let them suffer the consequences prescribed under the law. He says the expansion is being implemented gradually to ensure supporting systems are in place.
We simply don't have the resources to do it all at once. And even if we got all the cameras all at once, they couldn't be deployed all at once because the training to use them, and then all the backup services, and then the broadband and connectivity that is required for upload and safekeeping in order that the images that are captured are evidentiary. So there is an entire suite of activities that have to be in place before body-worn cameras become universally systemized within the JCF. But I wish to assure the public that it is the intention that this is done, and it has started. We're giving ourselves 2 to 3 years to have that fully rolled out.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. He was speaking at the graduation ceremony for the Staff and Junior Command course at the National Police College in Twickenham Park, St. Catherine last Friday. Yeah, so he was speaking to the men and women of the Constabulary Force directly. So too, the Police Commissioner, Dr. Kevin Blake. He was speaking to the men and women under his command on the issue of the burden of judgment and decision-making in modern policing. And we're going to play for you an excerpt of what Dr. Blake said.
My colleagues, policing is, by its very nature, a profession of decisions. Every day across Jamaica, we are called upon to make judgments that carry consequences for life, liberty, safety, public confidence, and national stability. Some of these decisions are made in the quiet of an office after long reflection and consultation. Others are made in fractions of seconds on a roadside, in a volatile and hostile crowd, during a domestic dispute, or in the face of imminent danger. Yet regardless of where they occur, decisions define policing. It is inescapable. One of the realities that we all must accept is that policing rarely affords the luxury of perfect information. We often act under pressure, uncertainty, fatigue, emotional intensity, and incomplete facts. Academic scholars in decision theory have long recognized this limitation. Nobel laureate Herbert Simon introduced the concept of bounded rationality, which explains that human beings make decisions not with perfect knowledge, but within the limits of time, information, and circumstance. In our line of work, this reality becomes even more pronounced when we are confronting an armed suspect, a rapidly evolving confrontation, or a threat to innocent citizens. We cannot pause the moment to conduct an academic seminar on alternatives. Decisions must often be immediate. This does not mean that we are above scrutiny. Accountability remains essential in democratic policing. However, there is an important distinction between evaluating a decision and ignoring the conditions under which it was made. Critics and commentators often have the benefit of time, distance, hindsight, multiple video angles, legal consultation, and emotional detachment.
Dr. Kevin Blake there, speaking to the men and women under his command following the killing of Miss Bulgin in Granville, St. James. And I don't have a problem with Dr. Blake making this presentation to his force, yes? But where is Dr. Blake in responding to the public concerns raised about what we saw on CCTV camera of the public? Where is the accountability to the public? Dr. Blake, as a chief constable, the police commissioner, has not made himself available to the press, the media in Jamaica, where we can question what we saw on that CCTV camera, and he can choose, yes, how to address the people of Jamaica whose safety and concerns are in his custody as a chief constable. Speaking to your men and women, Dr. Blake, good, no problem. But what about the people of Jamaica, to whom you have sworn to protect? I haven't heard, if I'm wrong, tell me, Dr. Blake holding a media briefing or what to say, listen, come here and ask me any question about this matter. Your responsibility is to the people of Jamaica first and foremost. And this has sparked immense public concern and outrage. Yes, I see where Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels, who is in charge of St. James, made himself available to the people of Granville in St. James. Yes, but the killing of Miss Bulgin and the circumstances under which she met her demise, yes, is of concern not only to her family and her community, but to every other Jamaican. And we want to be given an opportunity for the commissioner to make himself available to answer those issues of public concern in relation to this matter. Okay? Now, there's also a word this morning that Jamaica is maintaining a near 23% reduction in murders for the first 143 days of the year 2026. That's according to the latest statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Those statistics show 213 murders recorded up to May 23. That's 62 fewer than the 275 recorded during the corresponding period last year, 2025. But of note, St. James, the St. James Police Division, which had a very good year last year in terms of the reduction in murders. Well, it's going in the opposite direction now. It has reclaimed its dubious, doubtful distinction of recording the highest number of murders so far in 2026. Yes? In St. James, 28 murders, 6 more than last year's period of review. Yeah? And there are also some troubling signs in Hanover, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon, Kingston East, and St. Andrews Central police divisions, where murders are going up when compared to last year. Right? We are also seeing where other major crimes are on the decline across the country. Shootings are down nearly 33%, rape down 17%, robberies down 22%, and break-ins are nearly down 11%. So the general pattern of an island-wide reduction in murders is holding, but there are some worrying signs. Yeah? All right. We still have a few more minutes to go. That murder in the Pepin market last Friday of the market manager, Colleen Bernard, in broad daylight, yeah, really alarmed a number of people. And we're learning this morning that the man suspected of gunning down Miss Bernard in broad daylight last week Friday, Crampy, he's an alleged suspect. Well, he's dead. He died, yes, in the hospital under police guard on Monday. Yeah, he was challenged by the police, he was shot, and was in the hospital. Yeah, well, he died yesterday. All right, then there's the other story now that has people talking. Four women dressed in medical scrubs